friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome if you're new. I'm Cheryl, this table full of joy. And friends, we are back in the kitchen. I am still recovering from the horrible flu bug that I had for 2.5 weeks, but we are back in the kitchen. So I'm gonna make something delicious tonight for dinner. We have our church all worship night. Tonight we kick off our winter life groups, and so we do that with an all worship night. My husband is actually working at the church tonight before worship night and then after. So I'm gonna bring dinner to him at the church so he can eat something before he has to finish what he's doing there. So I found a fun recipe, something completely different that we haven't done before. I've heard of Cowboy casserole, and of course we've all heard of tater tot casserole. This is a Cowboy tater tot casserole, and this looked incredible. Has everything you need in it. You don't need to add anything else to it unless you want to. Super easy, super quick. I've got a pound of ground beef over here on the stove. I'm getting this browned up real quick. We're gonna add some mushrooms and some onions to it. This goes together super, super quick. So let's get our veggies taken care of and let's get this in the oven. So I've got my chopper out. This is gonna make it super easy for me to chop all these veggies. So we're gonna do an onion. Not sure if you want to do all of these or not, but I'm going to do these in my chopper too, because I want these pretty small pieces. I don't want them big mushroom slices or anything like that. So I'm just going to snap off the stems, and we're just going to put these through our chopper and get these chopped up. I'm excited to eat this. Give this a try. All right, I'm just gonna get my ground beef chopped up the rest of the way. I want this pretty fine. I'm pretty picky with ground beef. I don't like big, huge chunks when I'm doing ground beef in something. I want it to be pretty finely ground up. Right, so here's our half onion and our mushrooms. We're gonna cook these down for about 5 to 6 minutes, just enough to get them sweated down just a little bit. And then we're going to proceed with the rest of our ingredients. This goes together really quick. I'm going to put a little seasoning in here. Got a little bit of roasted garlic powder. I just put in 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to stir that around, let that melt real quick. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's going to act as our thickener. So this does not have cream soup in it. So if you're looking for a tater tot casserole that does not have a creamed soup in it, this is perfect. So we're going to stir this around, let that cornstarch kind of cook a little bit. I want to get that raw cornstarch taste out. This already smells amazing. Then we would put that in. Okay. We need a 1/4 cup of sour cream, and I'm just going to eyeball that. We're going to stir that around a little bit. We need 4 ounces of cream cheese. So I'm just going to cut half of this brick off of this. Give this a little bit of a stir. We need to let that cream cheese and that sour cream dissolve or melt. We need to put in a 10-ounce can of Rotel. Put that in here. We're just gonna let this sit over medium heat and get that cream cheese and sour cream to melt down in here. While that's doing that, we're gonna grate a cup of cheese. I'm gonna mix in 1 cup of corn. I'm just using a frozen. Looks about right. Let's get that mixed in. Our cream cheese and sour cream is almost fully mixed. So I think we can go ahead and start putting in our cheese. We're mixing in 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. All right, let's give this a good mix. And then we are ready to put this in our casserole and get our tater tots ready. All right, friends, this smells incredible. It is boiling hot. You can see that. Nice and crispy tater tots. Everything is nice and bubbly. We're gonna let this sit for about 5 or 10 minutes before I scoop some up. I'm gonna actually put some in a container and bring it out to hubby to have before worship starts tonight. So we'll let this cool for a minute and we'll be back to give it a taste. All right, friends, I went ahead and dished up a little bit. I'm gonna give this a taste. It smells incredible. I love all of the flavors that are in this. So you've got your ground beef, your Rotel, your cheese, your corn. Oh my gosh. It's hot, as you can tell. That is warm, comforting, delicious. Oh my gosh, hubby's gonna love this. I'm gonna pack up his container. I'm gonna head off to church for worship night. And friends, we will see you back in the kitchen tomorrow for another recipe. All right, friends, we're back in the kitchen. We are making a sweet little treat for my husband. He's been asking for some homemade granola type bars to bring to work. So I found a recipe for an oatmeal peanut butter bar. I think he'll love those. So super easy recipe, simple ingredients. Let's get it put together. So we're gonna start with our dry ingredients first, which is 1/4 cup of flour, 1 cup of old-fashioned oats. I imagine you could probably use quick cooking oats as well if that's what you have on hand. I just happen to have old-fashioned, so that's what I'm using. We need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Take my restrictor thing off. My teaspoon does not fit down in my container, so whoop. Well, all right, let's do a little bit of extra cinnamon is not a big deal, but I don't want that much extra. I think that's probably good right there. And we need 1/4 teaspoon each of baking soda, baking powder, and salt. By the way, the Cowboy casserole yesterday was incredible. Hubby absolutely loved it. I'm gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of salt because I'm using an all natural peanut butter. Just gonna use my whisk. Just kind of mix these ingredients together real quick. Now we're gonna move on to our dry. And this is super easy. We're gonna do 2 eggs. I love making homemade granola bars. I just feel like my husband gets a better granola bar when I make them from scratch. 3 tablespoons of oil. You can use avocado oil, vegetable oil, whatever oil you use. 2/3 of a cup of peanut butter. And like I said, I'm using an all natural peanut butter. And I'm using this honey that we got from my sweet friend, Nicole at Lazy Creek Homestead. She sent us some of their homegrown honey. They have bees and she blessed us with this honey for Christmas. And so I am using that in these. And I imagine it's probably gonna take all that's left in this jar. I love that this recipe uses honey instead of sugar. I'm just gonna scrape that out. Looks like that's gonna be all in that jar, so that's fine. So let's scrape that, and then we'll scrape out the jar. By the way, thank you so much, Nicole, for the beautiful Christmas gifts that you sent me this year, and this honey, we have really enjoyed it. Okay, so there's our peanut butter, eggs. Last thing we need to put in here is some vanilla, and I'm using a vanilla bean paste. I got this at Trader Joe's. I've been dying to use this. So we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. And friends, this looks so good. Look at all of those vanilla beans. We need to make sure we get all of that out. If you've never cooked with vanilla bean paste, I highly recommend it. We're gonna mix all this together, and then we're gonna fold in our dry ingredients. And that's it, friends. That's all that goes in these granola bars. Super simple, natural ingredients. If you want to use a fresh ground peanut butter, you can. I love the smell of peanut butter. Put the lid on this vanilla bean paste so I don't lose it, because I will dump it all over the floor. And I'm going to switch to a spatula here in a second so I can fold in those dry ingredients. Okay, so here's our dry. We're just going to fold these in. These are going to bake at 375 for 15 minutes. All right, so I have my 9x9 square pan. It tells us to put parchment paper in, just to make it easy to get these out. These smell really good. All right, got an offset spatula. Just gonna use that to kind of spread these out. Get them in the corners. Okay, just like that, we're gonna put these in the oven, 375 for 15 minutes. All right, friends, here's our oatmeal bars. They smell incredible. These need to cool for a good 20 minutes or so before we can take them out of the pan and cut them, and we'll come back and give them a taste. All right, friends, our peanut butter oatmeal bars are done. They smell incredible. We're gonna give them a taste. Those are so good. I love how simple they are. Simple ingredients, super delicious, super easy to make. I highly recommend this recipe. Make these for your family. They will love them. I know my husband's gonna be excited when he gets home to have a little treat. He will love these. Nice cup of coffee in the morning as is at work and have one of these. He's gonna be excited, so. Friends, thank you guys so much for joining me as we made a couple of fun recipes this week. Well, you guys are going to see this on Friday, going with our regular upload schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, a live video on Saturday. That's what we're going to try to continue to do this year and see how that works for everybody. So be looking for those videos. Monday and Fridays will be cooking, whatever kind of videos. Wednesdays will be our daily or weekly devotional. And friends, you guys just all mean so much to me. I thank you guys so much and appreciate you for checking in on me while I've been sick and just really sticking with me while I wasn't posting videos. Appreciate each one of you and the fact that you guys take time out of your day to come and hang out with me, see what I'm doing in my kitchen, come spend some time with me. That just means so much to me, and I really appreciate each one of you. You all mean so much to me. And I'll leave the recipes that we did today and yesterday in the description box for you guys to go try. Click those links. Make sure you give this video a like, give us a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We'd love to have you a part of our YouTube family. Hit that notification bell so you're notified when we do upload. And friends, we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, and God bless.